Well, hi folks, thanks for joining us. Ken Ring here from www.predictweather.com. I'm back in the saddle, as you can see, in this YouTube thingy, and I hope to be bringing you either daily or every 2 days updates on what's going to be coming for New Zealand and Australia and Ireland and the rest of the world as well. I've been away from this for about 3 years, but I'm welcoming the opportunity to get back and try and give some helpful hints and some answers to questions that people are sending me all the time about what's coming up. They're saying, what's the summer going to be like, Ken? Is there going to be droughts and heat waves and floods and tropical cyclones? And the answers, of course, are in the 2014 Almanac, which is on sale now. And the answers are also in our free newsletter, which, if you haven't joined, please do so. Go to the website, www.predictweather.com, and you'll see where it says sign up for the newsletter on the left. There's 9,000 people on the members list now, and it's our way of staying in touch, giving you earthquake information and information about severe events coming up. So that's the commercial side of today's message. Now, what's coming up for the rest of this month in December? Well, I'll just talk about New Zealand and maybe other places just very briefly. In New Zealand, for the North Island, there's still some rain to come in November, probably about every 4 or 5 days, and especially around the 18th and 19th, there's going to be quite a heavy dump. Now, it's going to be for the whole country, really, but the South Island is going to dry up after next weekend for about 10 days, especially Canterbury, whereas the North Island won't. And then at the end of November, start of December, there's going to be a fair bit of rain. So that's also going to be a squally time for places like Ireland. They are going to get a possible snow dump here and there. At least there's going to be the potential for some real cold weather in those last days of November. And also there's going to be a fair bit of rain coming to New South Wales around about then, and I think further inland where those bushfires have been taking place in the areas west of Sydney. So I think there'll be a fair bit of rain around the end of November, the beginning of December. So December really starts off wet for everybody, but then from about the 8th to the 22nd, that I'm talking about New Zealand now, 8th to the 22nd, that's the second and third weeks, probably going to be the longest dry spell of the whole summer. And it will be a really good time to take a holiday then. It wouldn't be a silly idea to take your vacation in that time, because it's probably the longest time that there won't be any rain, won't be too hot. In the middle of December, a couple of days get up to about 30 degrees in Christchurch, but they'll be isolated days and nothing like the heat waves that are going to come, which will be in January and February, and more about this later. So 8th to the 22nd, second and third weeks, good weather for the North Island and the top of the South Island. Not so much the west and the south of the South Island. I think they will get some rain then. But for the rest, pretty good. Then, from the 22nd to about Christmas, the South Island can expect some rain. It'll largely miss Canterbury, but other places, they'll be a bit disappointed because people will want to go shopping for Christmas presents and they'll have to take umbrellas and all the rest of it. So if you can get your shopping done before the 22nd, if you're in the South Island, so much the better. And for the North Island, that heavy rain comes from about the 23rd onwards and probably won't stop until just after Boxing Day. So those Christmas barbecues, they're going to be kind of put on hold, and if you're putting up the tent in that time, you're going to be a bit disappointed. After the 26th until about the 29th, 30th is going to be quite dry for most people, most places, and then the rain comes again on New Year's Eve, so everybody's going to get a bit wet and washed out New Year's Eve, and then it's going to clear up a few days after that. By about the 8th of January, it's going to be clear again, but more about that later. So that's, November, December for you. Will there be droughts? Well, there will. this year's almanac, you might have noticed the drought word was mentioned 6 times. I think it was page 23, 67 and 83 and 86 from memory. But next year's almanac does not mention drought. We mention high temperatures and heat waves, but I think rain will come frequently enough for the word drought not to be used. The driest part of the country is still going to be Northland, and for the first 5 months of 2014 they will have below average rain, but there will be, as I say, enough rain to come to relieve the dry conditions. I'll end it there. If you want any more information, please email me, ken@predictweather.com or ken@predictweather.co.nz, and I'm only too happy to help anybody with queries. I get all sorts of questions, and I try and help where I can. That's what I'm here for, and that's what this long-range business is. That's why we established this service. So thanks for watching. Please tune in again, and I hope to bring you another little broadcast in a couple of days' time. Bye.